Welcome, I'm Callie. This is from One Actual. Tonight we've got Case 3 operations going on. Actually, I have our last jet taking off here. I meant to try to go on a little earlier, but we've got 9 F-18s up in the air, 3 different flights, and they're going to be taking off, going to some different areas, coming back here within a few moments. I'd like to be able to take the time to answer questions people have, discuss Case 3 in general, maybe some of your experiences with it and what you guys do. I'll lay out a little bit about how we roll Case 3. We are joined tonight by a human Marshal and approach. I will be on the LSO platform, and we'll be trying to handle the calls. This jet takes off, which I think will be a good visual here at night. I'm going to move my jet in this position where I can see the landing in the wire, so I'll try to get the LSO picture and then switch over so we can see what's happening in the actual wires. We've had a lot of support from the community lately, a lot of really good comments. Let's watch this guy take off. I love the visuals of this. In fact, we'll get one right down the line. I could totally enjoy that part of being on a carrier. Probably no other part of it, but I could enjoy that part. Anyhow, we'll discuss how we do Case 3. Let me pull up something here. And we'll start working with any questions. We'll have some time before then to discuss it. The way we are running Case 3 tonight is it's a weeknight, so Case 3 takes a longer time, so we're not doing a mission and Case 3. We'll be doing just the Case 3 procedure, so they're going to take off and depart. And I think we can take a look at that from the F10 menu. Let's see where everybody is. So we've got me down here. We've got RS3. Got a couple flight members going this direction on their departure radials. Looks like a couple are already out. I know some guys were using different radials just to separate the airspace a bit. And so they'll be calling back in. In fact, let's make sure I'm on the right radio channel. And I'm going to go ahead and move my jet. Try to get us a nice position to see the traps at night, but not be in the way. Yeah, let's see if we can do this. And let's make sure we're not busting the... Nope. Oof, just barely good. Okay. Place wheel chocks.
Chief, place the wheel chocks.
Copy. Wheel chocks are now in place.
Union Marshal, this is 303, radio check.
.303 Union Marshal, I hear you loud and clear.
Union Marshal, this is 303, holding hands with 305 and 310, marking moms for 180 for 50, Angels 25, low state 10.5.
.303 Union Marshal, Case 3 recovery, CV1 approach. Oh, stand by. .303 Union Marshal, Case 3 recovery, CV1 approach, Marshal. 250 at 21, Angel 6, approach button 15.
Well, there's our first radio call in and reply by our human marshal. I believe he's got 2 jets with him, so we'll be a 3-ship.
This is 303, Marshal on the 250, DME 21, Angel 6, no EAT.
.305 Union Marshal, Case 3 recovery, CV1 approach, Marshal 250 at 22, Angels 7, expected, standby, expected approach time, approach button 17.
.305 Marshal on the 250, DME 22, Angels 7, approach button 17.
.310 Union Marshal, Case 3 recovery, CV1 approach, Marshal 250 at 23, Angels 8, approach button 15.
.310 Marshal on the 250, Angels 8, no EAT.
.303 expected approach time 26.
.303 expected approach time 26.
.305 expected approach time 27.
27 for 305.
.310 expected approach time 28.
31028.
Now that they're checked in, we'll have a little bit of a pause here in those comms. If you're not familiar, I have to pull up my kneeboard here. I can show you a comm card.
Union Marshal 311 holding hands with 306 and 376, marking moms 040, 60 miles, Angels 22, low state 8.3.
.311 Union Marshal, Case 3 recovery, CV1 approach, Marshal 250 at 24, Angels 9. Expected approach time 29. Approach button, standby approach button.
So what he's doing is we have on channel 15 is our approach, and in case 3 they're going to talk to
311
Marshal.
expected approach button 17, 17.
So he's
311 Marshal on the 250, DME 24, Angels 9, expected approach time is 29.
306 Union Marshal, Case 3 recovery, CV1 approach, Marshal 250 at 25, Angels 10, expected approach time 30, approach button 15.
So again, they're checking in on this channel 16, which is Marshal. And then they typically separate flights by their interval. So the first flight will be on 15. At least that was the plan for the night. Second flight will be on 17. And this way it breaks it up a little bit so the radios don't get too jammed with comms. That's our second flight checking in. Let's see what their distances are. Looks like that's going to be
306, how do you hear me?
That's the second flight that checked
376, Union Marshal, case 3 recovery, CV1 approach, Marshal 250 at 26, Angels 11, expected approach time 31, approach button 17.
376 Marshal at 250, 26 DM, just 11, approach time.
306, how do you hear me?
So they're all coming in here.
I hear you fine.
306, confirm Marshal, expected approach and expected approach time.
Marshal 250 degrees, expected approach time 29.
306, expected approach time 30.
Roger, 30.
So this flight here is the first one to check in. They're going back to the reciprocal.
Union Marshal 307 with 301 370, marking mothers 265 60, Angels 22, low state 85.
So that's this flight checking in over here.
.307 Union Marshal, case 3 recovery, CV on approach, Marshal 250 at 27, Angels 12, expected approach time 32, approach button 15.
307 250 27 E18 12.
.305 established.
307 confirm, expected approach time 32.
E18 32.
301 Union Marshal, case 3 recovery, CV1 approach, Marshal 250 at 28, Angels 13, expected approach time 33, approach button 17.
Marshal 250 for 28, Angels 13, approach time 33, 301.
370 Union Marshal, case 3 recovery, CV1 approach, Marshal 250 at 29, Angels 14, expected approach time 33, correction 34, approach button 15.
370 marshalling on the 250 at 29, Angels 14 at 34.
So that should be the
203 established.
So that's 2 jets established.
310 established.
3 jets established in the holding stack. This flight is just checked in. They're going to be pushing down here to get their elevation or the altitude correct. These guys are inbound. I have not been paying attention to the time for the first push here and the last push, which should be 1 minute intervals, or if these guys are going to all get into one big stack or start coming in. So we'll see. Looks like he may be commencing, which means he would call it on the radio. Now, if he was commencing, these guys would be closer, so it's just an illusion. Let's see what the distance is so I can get a better idea.
Marshal 305, say expected final.
so that's 18 miles.
Last call, say again.
305, say expected final.
Yeah, go ahead.
305, expected final bearing 085.
I'm sorry, hold on a second. Got someone asking me a question. Go ahead, what's your question? Okay, thank you very much. Got it. Okay, so our controller was telling me that our first push time is 2.6, which, let me look at in-jet time here. 3 minutes. Okay. So that lets me know what we should be expecting here. Let's go back to the F-10 map. So it's about 21 miles, which means these are 5-mile-ish blocks. So these guys are checked in and marshaling. Where is he going? He's a little bit off the normal pattern. Doesn't really matter as long as he's altitude and he gets to his spot on time. And let's see.
370 updated expected approach time 36.
3.6. All right, so they're moving them back.
How do you hear me?
Oh, 370 loud and clear.
370 updated expected approach time 36. Break 301 updated expected approach time 35. Break 307 expected approach time 34.
301 copy.
307.
370 approach time 36.
I think he's trying to get everybody in the stack. Again, for training purposes, we want to create as close of an interval requirement as possible, so keeping the jets very, very close to as possible. In a normal recovery on a mission night, as soon as you're back, they're going to try to get you down as soon as possible. But we want to make it so that when they push, just like in this TAC view, that they're all coming in at their interval and on time. But as opposed to 4 jets, we'll be doing 9.
376 expected approach time 32. Break 306 expected approach time 31. Break 311 expected approach time 30.
Yep. And so
311.
It's a balancing act. Trying to get all these guys in at the same time. Get them their push times. And then have everything commence. Tough part is if we come in, we start having a few bolters, then the work gets crazy. But that's not my problem as the LSO tonight. In fact, let's go check out the
303 commencing.
So there we go, our first commence call.
303 radar contact, go button 15.
Let's get this set up so when they land we can see it. Let's see if that stays. It does. Nice. So what's the best view then for these landings? Probably right here or something. If you have any questions, feel free to pop them in chat. Happily try to answer them. Certainly, my main job is to focus on the LSO platform tonight. And now that we got a jet coming in,
305, commence.
so there we go. A minute later,
305, radar contact, go button 17.
Yep. He was probably within his 10 seconds. Or, yeah, 10-second interval time. So I need to go to 15 now on the radio. Because I'm now going to be responsible for comms on both. And the Marshal check-in is just something we were listening to. So what happens from here, the Marshal controller is going to tell me or tell them to call the ball at 2 miles. I'm going to be the one that says Roger ball, and from there I have the comms. So again, the reason we split between the two channels.
303, take speed 300.
So he's just telling them to change speed. The reason we split between a couple of channels here, I can give LSO on one channel, so the first jet
303, increase speed to 300.
303, confirm. Take speed 300.
Must be an interval issue. We'll check it out here in a second. And then the next jet
305, take speed 320.
Or take control notes from the controller. But let's go check out this
310 platform.
310. 31.
Let's see. So he sped him up. He's a little bit off the actual.
310. Final
line.
bearing 085. 30 up at 5.
Somewhere like this. So he may be a little bit off. But he sped him up a little bit. Maybe this person commenced early. I thought they were on time. We have the rest of the stack establishing here.
303, fly bullseye.
Alright, I need to be on the LSO platform. The tough part about this is I can't see very well, so I have to zoom in like this. Because the night cam doesn't really work that well in DCS. Anyhow, I like showing what we're doing as a squadron and kind of the complexity of challenging yourself and trying to get 3 different ships or 3 different flights down onto the ship. And I'm guessing we're going to have our first
303, dirty up.
I can't see him in the dark. Even if I could see him, I don't know how well. I don't know how well YouTube shows it. So again, the controller is going to tell him on channel 15, the first jet,
310, fly bullseye.
to call the ball at 2 miles. I'm going to be the one that says Roger ball and take over the landing operations from that point. 9 jets coming in pretty close. If we get too many bolters, which hopefully we get none, it'll take more time. The pattern can get a little goofy. As you can see, they are stacking up. Looks like we have a bit of a more than a 1 minute gap here, just because they came in separate times. Again, it doesn't really matter how you marshal at the back, as long as you're at your altitude.
310, dirty up at 6.
Within a reasonable distance of your spot, you get to your place on time. Yep, alright, I gotta hit the tower here. Gonna have to do my job. Oh, is that him? That's our first customer, look at that. So you may be wondering about the lights being on.
303, 3/4 mile, call the ball.
303, Hornet ball, 7.0.
Roger, ball.
I got no landing lights.
I I can't even see him and he's got no landing lights. Power.
(373) mistrap.
He has to do a wave around.
303, take Angels 1.2, turn left, heading 290. Vectors for sequencing.
Hopefully they can get someone to turn the lights on. It's going to be impossible to land without lights on. Let me talk to him. Oops, I got another customer here. No one's calling the ball. There's a good shot.
306, how do you hear me?
306, I hear you.
306, final bearing 085.
That was a miscommunication. So he's got an interval. The gentleman who had no lights and bolted, which he is over here. So let's go out 4 miles. And we have this gentleman coming in.
306, 30 up at 5.
Roger. 306 platform.
So he's telling him to dirty up at 5, normally dirty up 8, meaning he can compress that interval to the next jet.
310, 3/4 mile, call the ball.
310, ball, 8.6.
Roger, ball. I can't see anything. There we go. Right for lineup.
We're going 0 trap.
Let's see what our interval is doing.
303, dirty up.
303.
So this is interesting. We have our outbound jet who bolted and our next inbound jets. And so he's got to get him behind and in this area here before these guys commence and come in. And if they're already commencing, it makes it more difficult. But it looks like he's got a little gap in there. So that makes it a little nicer. It's too bad that we didn't have the carrier lights automatically turned on. And the radio, I guess, wasn't working to do with the AI. So at least the first jet didn't have any lights. Looks like these guys are getting ready to commence.
.303, turn left heading 166.
303.
That means he's going to be sliding in right behind, and then these guys are commencing. So that means the interval is going to work out pretty well, I think. I better get back on the tower.
306. 306 disregard. 303. Fly bullseye.
You can see him just barely on my screen. I wish this night camera worked properly. Oh God, he's already there. Well, they didn't have him call the ball. Oh, I'm on the wrong channel. That's on me. I thought I was on 15 and 17.
370, final bearing 085.
Let's see, we have
370 platform, final bearing 085.
306, 1 mile, call the ball.
He's not calling the ball.
306, Hornet ball, stake 62.
Roger, ball. I can't tell which one is him. Again, there's no lights on deck. It makes that hard. Let's see when our next customer is. Alright, our first bolter coming back. He's going to bolter pattern, come left and back down here. He's got all these flights coming in, so essentially... Wow. It's going to be difficult to find him a slot. Let's see if we can turn my gamma up a little bit. Why am I not seeing it? Oh, here we go. Just give us some better visuals.
306, how do you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear.
306, take engines 1.2, turn left to the 270. Clean them up.
There we go. We can cheat a little bit.
Did you say Angels 1.2?
306, confirm, take engines 1.2. 370, fly bullseye.
370.
Alright, where is our next customer? Alright, so we have 4 backed up on
306, take speed 300. dirty up.
Crazy Horse, yep, this is DCS World. And we have... Man, hopefully see him a little better. There we go.
303, 1 mile, call the ball.
303, Hornet ball, 5.6.
Roger, ball. Man, I can just barely see him on the plot cam. It's so useless in that way. He's looking pretty good. Nice.
303 trap.
Yep, we're about to be real busy again. Don't know why I didn't have him call the ball.
.370, standby ball call. Hornet short final. Take Angels 1.2, clean up, turn left heading 270.
370, Hornet ball.
Roger, ball.
.370 trap.
The dark side of DCS, that's funny. One more customer coming in. And we have one that's boltered. I don't know why, if anyone has had this. I know I run 4K, but I can't see anything with any distance without zooming in. Not even the long-range lineup lights on the LSO or from behind the boat. Looks like he's tracking pretty good. Don't have the ball. Call the ball. Power, power, power. That was dangerous. I gotta find out why we can't hear these guys. Give me just a second. Where's the next? Interval here. So Matt.
.376, how do you hear me?
Loud and clear.
376. Take Angels 1.2, turn left heading 270, vectors for final. My bad, wrong button. I'm really confused. Who was the last person that talked to you?
It's 306.
306, that's true. 306, mark your father. Or 306, are you down on deck?
Let's see, I am 105 for 20.
So we just have this one last gentleman.
Yeah, 280, sorry. Looked at it wrong.
I think everybody else is on deck. Probably exited out at this point. So we have both these gentlemen. How did he end up so far away?
Who's on this frequency?
306.
306, mark your father.
275 for 23.
Aye. 306. I'm gonna want you to do a 180 and fly bullseye.
You have to clarify what you mean by bullseye.
306, I have radar on you. 306, fly heading 100.
Roger, 100.
I think he might be a little confused. I'm going to tell him something really quick. Give me 1 second. You have 306 and 376 in the stack, or behind the boat. Yeah. Okay. All right. I think he was not understanding that we had two different jets out there. 376 and 306.
I have no idea what happened. You're the only one on this frequency on page show, so let me know what happened. What did I do wrong? Did I not hear you?
I'm not real sure what happened. It's probably mostly me.
Shit happens, but we're gonna get you down the deck now. You are 15 miles out. We'll get you in here in probably 4 or 5 minutes.
So am I cleared for approach?
306, how do you mean?
Am I cleared to land?
Oh, 306, there's no landing clearances on carriers.
So our next customer...
306, turn right heading 120.
376 should be inbound any second.
Roger, turning to 120.
Except I can't see him. There we go. I think. Yep. I always want them to get on the boat and not struggle. I've been there and boltered. There was a time where I run like gamma of like 1.8 and it's too low even with the lights on the deck. I just couldn't see and would bolter like 2 or 3 times. So frustrating. You gotta refocus, get your bearing back, start focusing on your instruments and fly what you should.
306, turn left heading 085.
So I know the feeling. And I want people to be able to land and enjoy
and
it.
306, fly bullseye.
Copy.
Alright, so hopefully they can get on. Let's see if the lights are actually on deck. I don't think so. Oh, that's the other boat. We have Harrier squadron that's doing Case 3 night operations as well. I don't know how to help them on the LSO platform. I don't even know if someone does it for them. I'm guessing they do. Alright, here we go. Call the ball.
.306, 30 up.
Had some problems with a lot of ATC not showing the distance properly, or no distance, or no radar. So I'm guessing our Marshal guy is probably a little behind because of that. I don't see another jet up there. Where's their distance? Alright. I thought it was much closer. Oh, here we go.
.306, 1.5 miles, call the ball.
Call the ball.
306, horn ball.
You're high. Right for lineup. Are the lights on deck?
No.
I'm going to have to go try to get the lights on for this gentleman. Give me 1 second here. 291-875.
Ah, goddammit. 306, take engines 1.2, fly heading 270, take speed 300 and stay state.
Inbound.
306, state 3.6.
306, state 3.6, copy.
Inbound.
300-2440.
306, dirty up, turn left heading 180.
Roger.
Established.
300. Established Angels 0. State 15.6.
300. Roger, state 15.6.
Platform.
300. Platform. 300. Roger.
I got the lights on for you.
306, turn left heading 200.
Alright, that'll make his life much easier. I think we have to investigate. I think there was a new script that lets you turn it on. Doing the AI comms and having a real Marshal is a lot of workload.
306, turn left heading 100, maintain engines 1.2.
How far is he out?
.306, continue left-hand turn to 085.
Getting everybody on deck when the lights are off is hard. Doing it when they're on is a bit of work.
.306, fly bullseye.
So that means he should be inbound. I do like it how everyone waits for everyone to get on the deck. To me, it's just kind of a sense of camaraderie and working together. Oh, well, while we're here and waiting.
306, confirm flying bullseye.
If you're to the right,
306, flying bullseye.
it's going to flash green. Well, it's going to go solid green, then flash a little bit. And the more you're off, the more it flashes. And if you're right on, it's going to be on the orange. If you're a little off in the red, it's going to flash. The way I always remember this is if you see red, you're supposed to go right. So the two R's match up. It's my little trick. Alright, let's see if we can see this guy. Oh, he's still a few miles out. prepared to watch his trap. Get on the platform here.
.306, when able, stay steady.
306, state 3.1. .306 Hornet Ball, state 3.0.
Roger, Ball. You're a little high. Right for lineup.
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh.
Hey, what are you doing?
This is, forget it guys, I'm getting out. I'm done.
That is so fucking up.
That is the worst timing I have ever seen. He didn't have lights for 2 goes. I get the lights on and the boat turns at the last minute. Wow. That's a bit much. Anyhow, I wanted to show a little bit about doing Case 3. I like being on the LSO platform. I prefer to fly, but I figured I'd at least take time to help these guys out, do one of our first recoveries with a real person working Marshal. I think there's a few things we'll clean up and debrief. I'll be on the platform again tomorrow with the Hornet School at 2100 Eastern. And we'll be, I think we have about 18 people signed up. Be some new guys flying, so the LSO work will be in the daytime, but it's going to probably be a lot of work on my part. So anyhow, thanks for joining, and we'll be streaming some more soon.